What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Sean from New Orleans, down in the bayous. Lower down there in the bayou a little bit, you know. But yeah, shit, my fucking people be talking like that. Oh yeah. No, I don't. Not me. But let me get to the business real quick. I got a little break from the kiddos, so I want to speak on a couple things. Addiction. People like to say it's your fault. You do it. You do it. You do it. You do it. Technically, you're right. Technically, every one of you people that say that is 100% correct. But that's pretty much reading a book by just its cover. Because if you don't know what's inside that book, how can you really judge? I've been seeing little comments. I've been seeing people talk upon that, you know. So I just want to give my little advice about you do it to yourself if you're an addict. Well, I beg to differ. It's way on the inside. It's deep, deep, deep on the inside of somebody that deals with that. Could have been a childhood. Could have been something recent that happened. Maybe a sexual assault. Maybe sexual abuse. Some kind of type of sexual abuse. Maybe parents was a lot of violence was around when you was a kid. It triggered something inside of you that it made you feel like you had nobody. So you might have tended to get hurt. You know, you might have got hurt or something at work, and you get prescribed something to help the pain, but you don't know really what that is. You just had surgery. You never did a drug up until you was 20, right at 20, 21, like 21, you know? And then all them worries that you had before that you always thought about, that pill that you took for that pain, that became a habit. Well, oh, doc, it makes me sick. I need something different. Got off of that after the injury. But then guess what was left? An addiction to an opiate, most likely, you know? Those little things that I just said, that's my life. I lived that life. From remembering stuff when I was from a kid. My mom swears I don't remember things when I was a kid, but I remember all the violence. I remember the countless nights my dad would come home and destroy the house. I remember countless nights I hear my mom getting smacked in a room. I remember countless nights my dad coming home so messed up on drugs and alcohol and all of this and all of that. Made him walk around looking like a that's what he looked like all the time. I've never known my dad not to look like that. I haven't seen my dad in over 20 years. So I promise you now, he probably still looks the same, but just old. So I lived that childhood as a kid. Some intercepted it in the meantime. Some other things might have happened with me as a kid. I've never had that. I never had that path to success because of being guided the right way. So for the longest time, till I realized, holy crap, Sean, you need to chill out. You need to get your life together, because there's so many people out here in this world that can do that. I didn't realize it until I stepped into rehab. March 7th, maybe March 9th. I tried getting there by March 7th. I tried going there, but I didn't go until March 9th because I came up with excuse after excuse after excuse of not to go. But I finally walked into rehab. So once I walked into rehab and I took God as my Savior, I gave my soul to Him, then I started realizing, holy moly, I can really do this. I can be that normal person that was taken away from me when I was a child. Just one quick reminder too. When I was a child, when I was born, I was never asked to be put here. So it was upon my father and my mother to guide me through life, to get me to be a sane and normal person. But if I didn't have that guidance, then guess what? I was going to guide myself any way I thought it would be cool. I thought anywhere I would go. How many people do you know that had a successful childhood, that had a A1 family, that had their credit right for them before they were even in out of diapers? Just saying. You know, had bank accounts for them, had them in great schools, had everything. And they became an addict, and they became this big success. Yeah. There's people out there, of course, there's chosen ones in Hollywood that had their kids fall off to drugs. Look at our president, you know, Joe Biden, his dad. I mean, his son's a freaking dopehead of all dopeheads. And I'm pretty sure he had a pretty good life. But I'm just saying, you never know. Because just as nobody knows me, we don't know Joe Biden's son on what he had when he was a child. Just because his dad shows this big fame, this big success, been in politics for all these years, don't mean he did right by his son. Don't mean he didn't let his son get hurt. Don't mean that he didn't let his son have another person put their hands on him. You know? So you people, when you go to start judging, saying people, addicts did this to themselves, I beg to differ. I beg to differ, because I just gave you a little piece of my life. We don't choose, us addicts don't choose to do this. And until you realize, and until you go through the things that we've been through, don't judge this book until you read the whole inside of it. And that goes out to all my people out there, man. I'm tired of seeing people hurting and crying and all depressed because they getting told they not shit because, oh, they chose to do that fucking drug. No, man, that's not how this works. I wish you big mouth talking people would come to me and tell me that I chose to do it. I ain't hard to find. All I'm saying, y'all wake up every day, put your feet on the ground and be humble, my people. All my addiction family people out there in this world, just know there is a beautiful life out there. And 4 years ago, I chose to walk into Mobile Rescue Mission in Mobile, Alabama. And I chose to give my soul, my whole entire body to Christ. I went through everything I had to. I did confession with Brother Joe. I did everything I had to know that I had a relationship with God and that I know I can call upon Him anytime I need Him. I didn't finish the course. I didn't finish the whole program. I didn't, because listen, we was in right before we went and ate dinner. Right before we went and ate dinner, I never forget. Brother Mike says, "It's crazy you people out here in this room. Y'all will ruin it I'm gonna come right back to this.